Alright, welcome to part 2 of the Let's Play Stellaris here. All this from my buddy Jeff. Jeff, mad respect to you, sir. Don't know how much I'll actually share this with other people, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, we're back to where we had just left off. Trying to keep these about 20 to 30 minutes as far as the videos are concerned, just because I don't want to run out. You see here we got a note saying that our home system, Sol, has been officially surveyed, and I do kind of want to go over the stuff that's on the bottom here. You actually see there's a listing of all of the stuff that's in the system. Anything that's green on there, like that number 2, that means you've already built on it. Anything that's white means that you haven't got to it just yet. So I mean, really, get your stuff together is really what the game is trying to tell me. But we just started, so we don't have a lot of resources to begin with. We do have a lot of energy. Influence is going up, which is good. I will kind of get to that hopefully within this session as far as what you can do with it. But as of right now, we don't have a whole lot going on. We've discovered 2 different aliens as far as that. The first one were the gas grazers. They are a passive species. You could see actually when they came up, and I should have mentioned this, they come up as a yellow guy. And yellow means that they're not interested and actively hostile to you. Anything that comes up as red, obviously you got that red exclamation point there, but anything that comes up as red, those are enemies that are actively against you. Sorry, I'm going to do a quick little settings here, because as much as I enjoy the music, let's turn that down a little bit so I don't have to compete with it. So anyway, we have all of these, everything is set up here, kind of ready to go. You can see we finished production here of something in our home planet. There's Angry Governor again. And it's still not anybody there, so it's not producing anything for us. I guess I could do, well, I don't want to do that. Guys around on your planet as you deem necessary. The problem with moving them is that guy will give me less food, and that means if I have less food, it'll take longer for him to occur. You can see we still have 40% before the population grows. Not a big deal. So we're going to start rolling again. Surveying is done. That guy is now leaving the system. You can see he's going to the edge here. We'll zoom in, and now he's warped out. So he's going to travel up here to Alpha Centauri. He's going to do research there. I don't need that either. Our second researcher is here in Nixahel. I don't know where they come up with the names for these, but he is currently just kind of checking it out. This system has got a couple mineral planets, which is good. We need minerals. That's right now our biggest need. And as you can see, as we uncover things, you can see the little sphere of influence or awareness. It's kind of small, you know, the circle right there. It's very small at the beginning of the game. And you do get technologies that help you open that up a little bit more. So guys are checking stuff out. They're doing their thing. That guy's going to go there next. This guy, I think I am going to have him stay closer to the home planet, so I think I'm going to have him go here.
Anomaly found.
Now again, they found this anomaly. I'm going to tell them to leave that be. As you can see, that's a really high risk of failure, and I don't trust her that much because she's only level 2. But if you remember when we were creating our culture or creating our empire, we did choose to grow our influence, good lord. We chose to grow our experience quicker, and that's one of the reasons why, is these characters get a boost every time they do stuff. Instead of doing a traditional thing, they actually get an increase to how quickly or how much experience they gain, which is good. So that means that their level will go up quicker, and we'll be able to start researching some of those varying different things that have come across. So we're going to leave that alone. We do got something done here. Our construction ship, he's built this one here. We got an additional 2. Let's see, where do I want to send him next? I think Neptune is probably where he's going to go. And the reason I chose Neptune is that one has 4 energy credits. So I'm trying to do the best that I can with my research or with my units to make them the most efficient as we can make them. Now, I will say that the culture that I am, the Chiss Ascendancy, is actually a culture or a culture, goodness gracious, I keep saying that. It's actually a species that someone made, so I don't know who made it, but bravo, they did a really good job. staying true to the Star Wars theme, in that the fleets are called expansionary fleets, which was what the rumor for them was. That's what they called it as far as the what's now called the Legends universe. Thank you, Disney, for ruining everything like you do. So yeah, we'll have that guy go over there. He's almost got enough stuff to build a mining station, and that'll help us keep that going, which is what we need to do, is keep building mining stations, getting those resources, gathering. Beginning, obviously you start off really weak.
Anomaly found.
Oh, we found something here. That one is a level 1, so we're actually going to go ahead and do the research there. Give me 1 second, I will flip over to it to show you what that looks like. So here's the research. This little button here is the go-to button, so we can look at it, so we'll move it. You can see here that it has this little thing saying, hey, there's a level 1 research. Guy is now checking it out, doing the research here, it's progressing. It doesn't affect any of the previous instructions that this guy had. So you can see here, he's got all of his instructions here. He's got 13 things he was told to do. But I told him, instead of going to do that, let's just do this real fast. We're going to do this first. She did also upgrade to level 3, which is great news. So she's doing the research, and then she's got that listing of things to do.
System survey complete.
And then our other guy finished his survey. We'll check that out in just a minute. Kind of see what he's found over there, see if there's anything good. And we will see. Obviously, just depends on what we find, what we're going to do. Eventually, we will find another empire and run into one of those. And once we get that started, that'll change some things up as well. Alright, so here's what happened. He did the research. He found that Alpha Centauri, hey, cool, it's got an additional 3 society research for that planet. So instead of being nothing, the amount only turned up additional society points. So once we build on there, we can actually gain more points to help research things faster, which is nice. Or at least it will be once we get to that point. But it's very early in this game, so we still have a lot of stuff to do before we get there. And so we'll just have to keep kind of chugging along here and seeing what we can uncover. Like I said at the beginning here, this game is mostly about exploration, especially in the beginning. It's all about it. Oh, wow, you can see here that there is quite a bit of society research in this, and we also have some engineering. So this sector, Alpha Centauri, is actually going to be a very strong research sector, I should say. Excuse me for that. And that's good. That's going to help us out. Our construction ship, finished building that. That's good news. We will send him...
Anomaly found.
Actually, yeah, you can do that one too. Have that research. We're going to send him to Venus here to build a research station. You can see the research stations cost less to build for me. It's part of one of the things that I chose. Now, I forgot to do this. This is the system that the other guy finished surveying. It's kind of a weak system. 4 minerals, it's okay. And he's now doing this one. Getting his survey on. I am going to have him survey there, or I should say her survey there and there next. So we're going to try to start kind of spreading out, seeing what's around us, see if there's anything that we want to get, because we will need to expand. Like almost all other games of this genre or ilk, their expansion is a very important function. So once we start expanding, we still are a little ways away. We'll get that, and that'll be when we talk about the influence. That's part of the expansion process. So we still have a ways to go though before we have to worry about that. Oh, look at that. We gained blue lasers.
Research complete.
That's fantastic. Blue lasers are a really powerful laser that we'll use in the future. In fact, we might as well equip things now. So we got our ships. We're going to do ship design. I'm going to pause that real fast. So here's our basic ship that's a Corvette. Nothing fancy. You can see up here we got our weapons. Down here is any energy that the ship needs, plus if we have shields or if we have armor, that goes down here. This is our warp drive. It's a level 1. We got a basic combat computer, level 1 thrusters, and our radar system, level 1. All basic stuff. We just got free technology here to upgrade from red lasers, which you can see the small one, they do damage of 5 to 10, to blue, that's 6 to 11. It's not a big increase, but it does increase. It has about the same range, so average damage is about a little stronger. So we'll throw that on there. We got blue lasers as opposed to the red ones. But you can see now our power is -5 because the lasers cost more. So there's a nice function here, the auto-complete. What else do we need? Oh, we need another generator. Cool, we're good. I don't have any of these to change, so I'm going to save. I'm going to overwrite that ship before, and just like that, the Corvette is now ready to go. I can't upgrade any of these ships because we don't have anything else, so we're just done upgrading. But if we go here, you can see we got our ships. And now that I've done that, they have this button here, upgrade the fleet. Okay, cost 75 minerals. I'm not really ready to do that just yet. I'm going to leave that alone for now because I need to keep building up my minerals so I can keep building different things to increase it. But that will be something to look for in the future when I'm ready to. I'm going to be able to do that. So, alright. Rolling on now. Kind of checking that out. Alrighty. Okay. What I just told is my construction ship, after he's done building this research, I'm going to send him here to do the one that has 2 points
System
worth of
survey
research.
complete.
That's all I told him there. So here's Alpha Centauri. That guy is going to move on. It's all research. There's no any other things there, but it did also finish this planet. This is a planet we could colonize. As you can see, it costs 30 points of influence to colonize. It's 14, that's the size of it, is 14 squares. So you can see it's kind of a smaller one. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. But if we do colonize this planet, which we might, we will put it here, and I'll explain why once we get to that point. So Alpha Centauri's done, the constructor, he's finished. You can see he built this here. It's 3 points. Pause that real fast. So 3 points to side research. So instead of 5, now I'm at 8. So I get a little bit more, which also means when I'm doing my research here, I'll get 8 per month, so that'll go a little bit quicker, plus a 12% bonus, so I get a little extra on top of that. So you can see here it's 8.96 with the bonuses. It does tell you how many months away you are and how long it's going to take. You can see here, like this guy, he's doing his best, but he got kind of screwed in that I gave him one that took 480 points, and this guy got 240. So he's going to get that done a lot faster for the obvious reason. So here's the Polcar, excuse me. It's okay. Nothing special again. I mean, it's got a little variety, a lot of research points, which is good. You need those. But the problem is that every time you build something, like a research or a mineral thing, it costs 1 energy per turn. So you can see here, if we look at it, you can see the station maintenance is 1. So I built something, it needs to power that station, so I have to provide it with energy. So that's kind of how that goes. Now, I can't build in here yet. These ones are not within my sphere of influence, so I can't build anything in here. We'll get to that in just a moment. I'm going to check this one out, see what he's got when it gets over here, see if there's any enemies in it. Ta-da! Nothing. Alright, that's cool. I don't need that anymore, so we're going to keep going. This guy's over here in Procreon, the Procreon system. So this thing definitely has some interesting names for its planets, or planets for its systems. Planets themselves normally are named after the system they're in. There's the star itself, and then there's planets named. Bernard Star 2, very exciting! So you see that the Sol system is different because it's based off our system here, so you've got Neptune, and Jupiter, and Ganymede, which I don't think is an actual planet, but I don't know. I could be wrong. He is not finding much here so far. Just kind of a little bit of stuff. Just going through everything, getting himself a little fun job there. So you can see I just built something else. Now that went down to 16. I was at
Anomaly
17
found.
before. I'm going to have him research that. This guy is bored. He's looking for something else to do. I have enough to do some more stuff in here, but I am actually going to go ahead and do some expansion. So, I'm going to go here to Nexahel with my constructor. What is he doing? I don't understand. Okay. This guy. You can stay, but you. That doesn't make any sense to do. Not sure why he's doing that. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, maybe, you know what, I know what it is. So actually, I'm not going to do that then, because that would be a waste of time for him to do that. So we will just have him start mining over here, or building a thing to increase my energy credits. So we'll have him do that. Sadly, in order to get there, he would have to go to Minkataka, but there's aliens there, and he won't go there because he would get crushed. So he was trying to go around. The logic in that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we're just going to stop that and say, no, you don't have to do that. Stay here. We'll get there later.
Research complete.
Alright, important thing, just finished some research. So I now have fusion power. So now that gives me a new research. I want to do this administrative AI. So again, it's a 240 point research, so pretty easy. We'll have him do that. He'll get that done in 41 months, so a couple of years. I got another scientist who made level 3. That's great news, Aquarius. And then this guy. He's out there doing some research, checking out a thing here on the Strange Mountain Formation. We'll see what he comes up with here. Alright, it's an unnatural formation, but it's nothing. So he failed. There's a 20% chance of that happening. So that was it. That was the 20%. Not going to call him a failure yet, not to his face. I'm just going to report it back to his superiors that he's a failure. You know, just to try to build morale. So while he's doing that, it looks like I've got most things in the Sol system already started here. This guy is building a... Ooh! Well, it looks like we found another culture, pre-space age alien civilization. So what that one does is, I don't know if it's here. That's not here. He's researching the star, so it's got to be over here in the Horak system. So you can see here they are. They're there. They're kind of doing what they're doing. They're in the atomic age, so they don't have the ability to get into flight yet. But what I can do is I can help lift them up once I have the technology. So I can give them the ability to become a civilization, and then they would become my vassals, basically. So that's something to consider down the line. Oops, excuse me. Alright.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, you can research that one too. Alright, so that guy's still doing what he's doing, which is good. Alright.
Anomaly found.
Lots of anomalies all of a sudden. Which is okay, we don't mind. Like I said, they're really nice. They give you some extra stuff. So that guy's doing one. He's doing one here too. This anomaly I'm interested in. So we're going to leave that up there. She's level 3. There's a 10% chance. But the reason there's a 10% chance is, I don't know if you remember this, she has the ability that she actually reduces anomalies. So it certainly helps. It helps when she's doing these ones, because even if this one has this 10% chance risk, because of her skill set, she has the ability to research them quicker and more efficiently, and she is less likely to screw them up. So, let's see. I can gain research. I don't know what that does, but okay. So we'll just take the research. It's cool. And then we'll look at this guy. He's, or she, is doing her thing. Brastilova was Charthy. I don't know. Get some interesting names. We'll see. She's almost done. Perfectly hollow. There's stuff to learn, so that's good. It gave me both society and engineering research. It looks like physics research is kind of getting screwed here. Ooh, a leader got to level 2. That's my scientist. Another scientist level 2, so I'm guessing it's guys here. Yep, these two guys are both level 2 now. So they get an additional bump of 2% to their research speed.
System survey
Very nice of
complete.
them. And looks like this lady is done. So you can see again, Procyon, nothing special there. It's got a little bit of stuff. She is now going to jump over here to the Stellaris system. Oh, nice. Let's do this.
Situation log updated.
That gives us the opportunity to find hospital worlds. So we need to find 8 of them to complete it. Once we've done that, we'll be in good shape there. What is he? He's researching colony ships, yeah. I'm going to have him do that research now. So we're going to research these beta aliens here, which are the guys that are in this Mintaka, which I feel like should be a place in Minnesota. I don't know. Oh, looks like we found a hospital world here in the Cirrus system, on Cirrus 3. It actually is a massive planet, 24. These only go up to 25. So you can see I can't look at the surface yet because we haven't surveyed it, but once we've surveyed it, we'll be able to see what's going on there. But yeah, massive world there, 25. That's going to be good. We're going to build a colony ship from there once we have that capability. So, alright, survey's done. That guy's finished doing his thing. Constructor, yeah. So our constructor, he's going over here. He's going to build the last thing in the Sol system. And then once he's done, I want him to come out here and start building in here in Barnard's star system as well. Because we want those resources, those credits, and keep those going. Keep getting everything better. So, just kind of going along here. As you can see, our influence is slowly building up. Caps at 1,000. Minerals right now, my max is 5,000. I'm nowhere near that because I keep spending them. Credits, I'm now up to 2750. When I was researching the additional power cells or the fusion cells, that helped bump that up a bit. So we're in good shape there. Don't want to upgrade those guys just yet. So we're going to just keep going here and see what we can see if we can get some more cool things to explore. Like I said in the last one, this game is a game that takes a while to really start going. It is fun to play with a friend. You can both play together and start near each other, so that's always nice because that way you can uncover the galaxy together as allies. So that's a fun way to do it. But it does take a while to really get going. Once you actually get to a point where you've got a solid chunk of the galaxy explored, that's when it shifts from more of an exploration game to a little bit of diplomacy, which makes it a little more challenging, gives you new things to uncover. So we're going to keep looking forward to that, but we still got a ways to go before we get there. And we'll see how that one turns out. You can see my guy, he did not do what I asked him to do. He did not finish doing this on Titan, so we will send him back there when he is done doing the first thing in Bernard's star. Actually, we may not. We may just have him just do Bernard's star, these two, and then we'll have him come back here to the
Special project complete.
Okay, so looks like we uncovered those aliens that we didn't know. So we can do either a observation, so that's a research project, or we can make our fleets, expect to make for short work of them, so that gives us a stronger against them.
Situation log updated.
So we're going to do that one. In the long or short run, it will do better for me.
System survey complete.
So yeah. 90 more days, and then we're done researching them. So we'll put that together real fast here. Helax, this world is boring, about as boring as a planet can be. It has just 2, so that sucks. Excuse my language. We will not be doing anything with that. Let's see if I can go here. Yep. Alright, cool. I'm going to try to do a little bit of a circle around my area to keep uncovering planets. As you can see, there's a lot more to go. You can't alter the size of the galaxy when you start. It's one of the options. I went with 600, which is a lot of planets. When you discover other civilizations, part of getting to know them is you kind of trade the maps of your area, and that kind of changes what you've got left to do. So right now the vastness of space looks ridiculous. I mean, we've barely uncovered this. I've been playing for about an hour.
System survey complete.
And we're just barely getting started. So, alright, so Ceres system, you can see it is also kind of boring. But this planet is a planet 24. Look at all that space. It's going to be one of those things that'll be really good to colonize. So once we get the ability to build colony ships, the first one I'm going to send to is Ceres.
Situation log updated. Evading hostile
Okay,
fleet.
so we tried to send their guy to Yerner here. I'm going to pause that real fast. There are lots of unknown aliens here. Let's turn that off. We're going to have him go on. Because he can't fight them.
Special project complete.
Space Amoeba. Oh, we got a little additional plus 5% evasion skill to all of our ships. So that's nice. We got some unknown alien vessels. I'm not going to research them right now. I do want to spend the time to finish doing the colonies here. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I needed to do that. So I'm going to let this guy finish doing his thing. He's got 7 months left, and then I'll have unlocked colony ships, which will then let me build a new colony. So this guy's here. I was telling you earlier, we got other planets. That's arid. Again, I don't have the ability to do that yet. This one is tundra. So there are different planet types. I don't have the ability to unlock either of them, but we're going to have that guy keep doing his thing. So he's done. Once he's done surveying there, I'm going to have him do this. Now at the beginning of the game, which we are definitely still in, I am not going to mess with all of these aggressive aliens. I can't beat them. They're too strong. Like even in Ulnar here, I know we can't see it anymore, but these guys are 70 something each, and there are 4 of them. My fleet has a power of 77. I should say that I'm talking about fleet power. It has a fleet power of 77, which is way too weak to take them on. So I'm not going to mess with them right now. Now when I get to a point where I've uncovered more things, when I've uncovered a stronger ability and I've researched technologies and I'm able to build a stronger military, then I will start destroying those aliens that are around in my area so that I can research those and take the stuff that's in each of these sectors. But as of right now, I can't do that. So I'm just going to leave those guys alone, and let them do their thing. Yeah. So we're just going to kind of roll along here. And as I was saying earlier, it does take a while for this game to really get going. So you do spend a lot of time in this screen here. Ooh, we got a level 4 scientist. That's always a really good sign. And then once we get the rest of this done, I think I'm actually going to pause it pretty soon. We'll let probably to the end of the year here, which is not too long, so we'll see what we get. Alright, so we reached 2,205, and that's where we're going to pause it here. Technology's coming along. We got a couple more months before we can reach some new ones, which will be nice, give us some new things to work at. Doing the survey of the habitable worlds, you can see I found 2. I've researched 2 anyway. So each time our guy goes into a new system here and there's a world, this system is pretty boring. You can see barren, toxic, molten. This one's a gas giant. It's unlikely we're going to find much here in Busim, so there's not a whole lot of reason for him to stay in that area, but we'll see how it goes later, the next time. So I'm glad that you were able to join me, and I'll see you next on the 3rd spot installation. Thank you, and have a great day.